Attention people of the United States of America. This is not a test. The zombie apocalypse has begun. As of now, it has been contained to the Walmart in Charlotte, North Carolina. I repeat, this is not a test. We will now return you to your regularly scheduled broadcast. Welcome everybody to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. Ready for the griping to begin?
Oh, God. There's so much I could gripe about. Good Lord, I could complain all day. But I'm not going to.
I'm going to.
Not all day. Maybe the duration of this podcast.
Maybe not even
day.
the whole podcast. Just a little. I just got to get something off my chest.
You know that saying, ignorance is bliss? I never fully understood it whenever I was young. I just, it's something I had heard. But now that I'm an adult, I completely understand. And let me tell you, I'm an intelligent person, and my life is not blissful because I'm surrounded by stupid people.
You talking about us in here in the house?
No. I meant in the world.
Well, if ignorance is bliss, I'm telling you right now, there's a whole bunch of bliss over at Walmart.
I believe it.
I can't stand
bliss
it.
All day long.
I get so mad
Roll
when
back.
I go in there. My roll back.
I could resist. Sorry.
My blood pressure goes up. I don't know what to do when I go in there. It's crazy. To start with, Walmart's customer service, there is none.
It's horrible. It's the most atrocious customer service I have ever experienced. Repeatedly, continuously, all the time. It never changes. It's like they hire people and go, Can you push the keys on this register with a frown on your face and act pissed off? Well, you're hired.
I don't know what. Will you stop shaking? You shaking the
sorry.
table. I don't know what the deal is with the Walmart in Charlotte.
It's bad. It's like worse than...
Well, I'm just talking about customers now, not even associates anymore. We all
I just
agree
meant
across,
in general,
across the world, Walmart customer service employees suck. But in this town, the town
Your
that we
brother
live in,
is employed by Walmart. We have several friends employed by Walmart too.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I guess your brother isn't really in a customer service position though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. But customers in this town, I think they go there to hang out. I went in there tonight to buy baby food and like dinner, and there must have been 500 people in there. It was packed, and they weren't going anywhere. I'm like trying to maneuver through them, and they're just standing around talking, looking up at the sky, dragging their feet. It was insane. And I'm getting madder and more mad. So we had vegetables, the raw vegetables tonight, and I wanted to get tomatoes. Well, I go over to where the produce is. There's these two old white ladies talking, carts full of groceries, but they're not shopping. They're just standing there talking about what Ethel did yesterday.
Just chatting up
just
by the tomatoes.
Oh, old folk talk, talking about vegetables. What did you grow this year? While they're all sitting here just buying vegetables at Walmart.
So they're talking about what's in their garden while they're in the produce section.
And I did the thing where I just kind of stood there for a second. Like, surely you're going to see my big fat behind covered in tattoos, big holes in my ears. One of them made eye contact with me and then kept talking.
See, that's just so rude.
I said, "Excuse me, ladies. Can I get them maters?"
Did you say it like that?
Just like that. Because it was either going to be that.
Well, bless his heart.
It was either going to be that, or I was going to be like, "You need to get your old butts out of this store and go hang out at the where do old people hang out now? The nursery
Bingo?
home, bingo,
The nursery home.
I'm done. I'm over it. Okay." If you go shopping at Walmart, I'm talking to the listeners now. If you go shopping at Walmart and you're one of those people that drag your feet and don't know what you're doing, please go back out to your car.
Make a list.
And make a list. And then come in and get what you need and get out of the store.
We're the people that are speed shopping with our lists, checking things off. When we go shopping, like whenever we all load up, us all, me, you, the kids.
That's because there's 1,000 of us.
We divide and conquer. Like, we have a list, and it's like you go one way and I go the other way, and then we'll meet back in the middle and go, okay, what next? Because, like, I just want to get it done. I just want to get it done. And
I was going through Walmart one day, and I was pushing the stroller, the big double stroller. You weren't with me. And then I was dragging a shopping cart behind me. And I'm still passing people. I'm like, are you guys kidding me? Get out of the way! So that was my Walmart experience. It was like zombies.
they're all meandering around.
It was like I was walking through a group of zombies that didn't want to eat me. They weren't grocery shopping. They were just sitting there, blah, blah, blah. Useless information, blah, blah, blah. Guess what I did? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Please, if you're going to go to Walmart, just get your crap and get out. You know, I had a bad experience at the Dollar Tree.
Did you?
Yeah. So,
what in the world? Were they busy too?
No, it was with the associate. Oh, yeah.
Everybody's always so friendly.
I should roll back in there and let her. I'm going to go back in there and tell her I put this on the podcast. I go there all the time. I'm going to give her a card. So this is what happens. We buy our dog bags from the Dollar Tree.
The poop bags.
Poop bags. Because we live in an apartment. We pick up our poop.
We don't pick up our poop.
We pick up our...
we pick up the dog. Oh, God.
And the neighbors are complaining, that big fat guy's been crapping in the yard again. Well, at least he picks it up.
Wow.
Our dog, little Mario, pooped outside, and I'd be the good neighbor, and I'd pick it up and throw it away. Well, I go into the Dollar Tree because you can get like 2 bags for $1, and that's why if you go to Walmart,
It's like 3 rolls.
yeah, it's like 3 rolls. You go to Walmart,
It's like $7.
and it's like $7 and bad customer service.
They're bags to pick up poop.
But anyways, I go and get them, right? And I lay them on the counter, and this girl picks them up and goes, "You people."
What?
I said, what?
Excuse me.
She goes, "I just can't believe how many of you pick up after your dog." I couldn't even say anything. I was just, really?
Do you have a dog?
Really?
Do you live in an apartment?
And then I tried to justify myself. Like, I look back on it now, and I should have been like, first of all, go screw yourself. You work at the Dollar Tree. Like, you are a cashier at the Dollar Tree. You don't need to judge me, okay? You need
Because I'm
to
trying
take
to be
a step back.
A good neighbor.
You need to take a
good
step back.
tenant at the apartment complex where we live and pick up after our dog. Whenever there's so many people that live here, and I would say the majority of people have dogs here. If nobody ever picks up after their dog, there would be poop everywhere.
Well, like I said, I tried to justify myself because it threw me off guard. I know what to do. And I said, well, I live in an apartment complex. And she goes, well, I guess that's okay. And then kept bringing my stuff up. And then you know how my mind works. It just starts turning. And then I got mad. And it was like...
Like, who are you to judge me, you non-poop picking up person?
We haven't said anything in 45 seconds. And I said, you know what's not okay? And she looks at me all confused because I guess we're done. I said, you judging me is not okay. I'm not okay with that. And she didn't say anything. And I swiped my credit card and I left. Can you believe that? Like,
of all the things, like, oh, you people, you dog poop picking up people, how dare you? Of all the horrible things there are in the world, horrible, horrible things, she's gonna go after the dog poop picker-uppers. You people.
You really liked that story, didn't you?
You people. How dare you?
I completely forgot to tell you that until just now. So that worked out well. That was a good story.
Like, if you are a person who has ever accidentally stepped in dog poop, especially that of a dog that did not belong to you, you will appreciate all the dog poop picker-uppers.
It's even worse if you step in human poop and then you're like, man, I can't. He should have gone to Dollar Tree and bought them bags.
Oh my.
So I guess we're gonna do something real fast that we haven't done in a while.
What's that?
Oh wait, no.
What?
Before we do that, I have a new thing. I don't know if it's gonna be a permanent thing, but it's gonna be a for this episode thing. It's sort of like a game, but there's really no
Oh, Lord,
points.
you and your games.
Okay. Oh, wait. You know what? We got to talk about this first. Whoever, like we
The last game we played was about herpes. What kind of game?
No, it wasn't. The last game we played was from the last episode.
You know what? Yeah, I forgot all about that. That was just the other day. I
The
forgot.
herpes game was so much more fun.
No, it was. You know, 1 out of every 4 people have herpes. There's 4 people at this table, so it must be Morgan. Like, what kind of game was that? Poor Morgan. Morgan does not have herpes. Well, at least not that I know of.
One thing that we're doing
Disclaimer.
One thing we're doing this episode we've never done before. I'm live tweeting.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah, but we
Mr. Fancy Pants.
only have 5 followers and nobody responded, so I guess I'm done.
So, not much tweeting
Go
going
follow
on.
us on Twitter. You know what? I honestly, maybe somebody did respond, and I
tweet.
just don't know how to do this. So
Oh my gosh.
no, what I was going to say
How
is
do you work this thing?
we have a lot of downloads coming out of Tokyo right now in Japan.
That blows my mind.
So this message goes out to you guys,
Are you guys making fun of us?
or yeah, they're probably making fun of us.
I feel like
Listen to these Americans.
that was horrible. You should not do that. You should not do that again at all. But I feel like, I don't know.
We just lost all our downloads out of Japan just now.
like that Bob, he's a jerk.
One
I'm not listening to him
swoop
anymore.
sentence.
He doesn't listen to him anymore.
No, I love you guys.
I
Listen.
feel like they're like everybody's over there like, they're so dumb. Listen to them. They sound so stupid.
Well, that's what we thought the English people or British people would think, and that turned out not to be so true. So,
Or they could be lying to us.
But, so for you, ladies and gents over in Japan, come like us on Facebook. Talk to us. Obviously, you speak English. I would
Yeah, and tell.
assume.
I want to know, like, what are your thoughts? I want to know. I'm very curious. Like, how did you hear about us?
More than confident there's Facebook in Japan. So
Yeah, please go.
follow us on Twitter at Bob and Katie Show.
Yeah, or our Facebook page. Write us something. Let us hear from you. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you all.
And all the something just happened on Facebook. It ain't Twitter, but let's see what it is. I'm having people like the post I put up about going to Twitter and following us, but nobody's doing anything on Twitter.
Facebook like.
Oh, at least we got a like. Okay. So we talked about Japan. I really hope some of you guys reach out to us. I think that'll be fun.
We want to hear. We want to hear from all of our listeners. Like we want to know your input. Like obviously people are listening. And we do have repeat listeners. We know you're out there. Like, we want to know what's your thoughts. What part of the show do you enjoy? What part of the show do you not like? We want to hear from you. Like, we know that you guys see our Facebook page. We have over 200 likes on our Facebook page. We know you're out there. So don't be afraid to communicate with us because we really want to hear from you.
We have so many more listeners and downloads than we actually have people that like our Facebook page. Mm-hmm. So please, like our Facebook page. Should we do the thing
Don't
again?
make us beg.
Where we, like, put it in backwards?
The subliminal messages, like our Facebook page.
We're not doing it again. It's too much. Do you want to answer some questions real fast?
We had some questions from last week that we didn't get to.
Did we?
Because we had just got done recording.
Do you know what they were? Go find them. While you're looking them up.
JT.
Okay, yeah. Go find it. While you're looking it up, I've got 2 more questions from our avid listener, Mr. Tim. He's pretty much a part of the show now. Like, Tim's like the third person.
We love you, Tim.
He's not here, but he's here, and he participates in every single show.
Right, we're going to have to change the names. The Bob and Katie and Tim show.
Did you find it already?
No.
Okay, so here is Tim's first question. What was your favorite band growing up?
Oh!
Here we go. Do you have a new favorite as an adult? And he says for him, in his youth, he liked Stave Zaker and Pearl Jam. As an adult, he likes The Strokes and David Bazan? Bazine?
What?
I don't know who that is. I can't say
I
it.
don't know where it's at. What?
Oh, sorry.
There's a lot
Right
of
there.
messages.
Bazin?
I don't know who that is.
He
I'm not down with the cool kids.
Tim likes somebody named David.
His name's David.
He's a musician. David the musician. He sings that song. You know what song I'm talking about, right?
You know, that song.
That one song by David the musician?
With that music and those words.
Yeah. It kind of goes like boom, 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 and then there's like some
That's
lyrics
probably
and
not
stuff.
all it sounds like.
So That might have been a little off, you know?
Maybe a little bit.
So, favorite band growing up? Go.
Mine was MXPX.
And your favorite band now?
It's still MXPX.
Okay.
I have to say, I don't listen to them like I did because I used to listen to them like every single day. But I don't know. I think they'll always, in my heart, be my favorite.
I didn't have a favorite band because I listened to such a wide variety of stuff. But when we first started hanging out, I was really, really into rap music. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was rap everywhere I went. Rap.
I know
rap.
whenever, like, it was like shortly after we first met, I ended up getting this CD. Oh, I remember it was one of those things like you could like get like 10 CDs for.
You did that?
It was like the mail-in thing. Get 10 CDs for 99 cents and then we'll send you a bill. No, like I ordered a bunch of CDs and I ended up getting a CD of this Christian rap group and I didn't listen to rap. And I gave it to you because I was like, you like rap? Here you go.
It was Grits. I remember that.
That's right. It was. It was awesome.
So, I was listening to rap music a whole bunch. Dr. Dre was big with me at that point. I loved Dr. Dre. Eminem had just come out. And it was all that, like, I don't know. I look back at it now and I bet a lot of people looked at me and I was like, this kid's
weird.
He doesn't know he's white. But, you know, I had fun. And then we started hanging out and you took me to the Ark and I started watching, you know, the live rock shows and that's, you know, that's when I got into it. And I played a little bit of music at the time and then we went and seen a band and they weren't that great, but, the crowd was going nuts. And I looked around and I was like, I could do this. And then I went and started a band. So that was my I thank you for that. I had a lot of really good times.
You're welcome.
Thanks to you. Second question. I think this is probably directed to me, but you fall into this category, so we can both answer it if you want. No, it's really directed at me, I think. Being in your 30s now, do you find yourself becoming more nostalgic? Did I say that right? He says, I've been buying things from my childhood. It seems like more of a man thing.
I am a very sentimental, nostalgic person. I have a tendency to hang on to things.
You don't have to buy anything because you keep it all.
I don't think I've ever thrown away a movie ticket stub, like ever. I have them all. And I
love that.
Just, you know, things. I keep things. So as far as like buying, like, oh, I had this toy as a child and I loved it and buying it now, not so much, but like I said, I am very nostalgic. I took tons of pictures and every so often I'll sit down and go through my pictures and things like that. So yeah, I am very nostalgic. And even more so now that I have kids because it's like, I don't know, it brings back so many things memories you want to hang on to and things like that. So maybe in a different way, but yeah, I am very sentimental.
You know, I try to jump in and talk to you.
I'm sorry.
Now my topic is null and void because you went too far.
Things come in my brain and
we're gonna pretend like she just said movie.
I have a problem with interrupting
You're doing
people.
it now.
I just admitted that I have a problem.
I guess that's the first step.
It is.
We're going to pretend like you mentioned movie stubs again, because I had a comment. I love that commercial with the big tree that sells tickets.
Oh, Ticket Oak.
Yeah, the Ticket Oak. I love that big guy.
Yeah. Those commercials are funny.
For me, yeah, I'm always buying stuff. As a matter of fact, today I just got in Howard the Duck #1 from 1976. So good.
Not really from your childhood.
It's not from my childhood, but what is from my childhood was the Howard the Duck.
You were not alive then.
Howard the Duck movie came out in 1989. Lucas, and everybody hated it. And I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. So, yeah. I do go back and buy things from my childhood. I'm trying to buy some Power Rangers. One thing's god-awful expensive. Have you seen that? Like a Power Rangers toy.
I've not shopped around for Power Rangers lately, so I don't know what the going rate is.
From like the 90s is like $100. It's insane.
Jeez Louise.
So did you find his question?
Yeah, I did.
What you got?
JT actually asked us several questions, but I think it was...
Oh, Jimmy Johnson.
It was like right after we had gotten done recording last time, so we didn't get a chance to get around to him, so we're going to do him this time.
Okay.
His first question is...
Oh, he's got multiple questions.
Yes, there's multiple questions. Who's your favorite superheroes?
We answered that on the last podcast.
Oh, we talked about it, but yeah, we didn't answer this specific question.
Yeah, you said that yours was Iron Man. That was part of the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't JT's question. Like, we didn't...
Okay.
We just happened to talk about it. My favorite superhero is Iron Man, and I'd have to say Batman's probably a close second, but Iron Man is my favorite.
And just like I said last week, mine is Captain America.
We were in the process of recording...
I understand what you're saying.
And then he asked this question right after we got done. So he obviously did not know at the time that we had talked about it. So Unique will being rude. You owe JT an apology.
JT, I'm sorry.
Second question. Also, for those who want to get into comics, what is the best way to start? And what's the best and most complicated parts of... Oh, I went too far. Separate question. First part. And for those who want to get into comics, what's the best way to start?
Now,
Now, go buy them all right now.
No. The best way to start. Okay, listen to me. If anybody wants to start reading comic books, right now is the time to do it. Marvel just came to an end. DC just came to an end. It's all starting over. So you can go here in like a month or two, and you'll be able to pick up
issue number one.
Issue number one of whatever. Okay, and it's gonna be great. I mean, it's going to be a good thing. Marvel started over because they had a bunch of lawsuits. They really technically don't own Fantastic Four anymore. Fox owns it, so they're doing some kind of weird thing with that. DC's New 52 is coming to an end. It's just going to go back to whatever, same universe. So the answer is, if you want to start, what's the best way? The answer is now.
Well, I mean, do you think he should just pick one specific one to start with? Or should he start with just several and find out what he likes?
You could always pick up
Who's
a preview.
your favorite, JT? Who's your favorite superhero? That's the question.
It's Batman.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think he read a whole bunch of Batman one time.
I mean, does anybody really not like Batman? Everybody loves Batman.
The best way to choose what you want your first book to be is to buy something you know about. You know, if you know about Batman, go check out Batman.
I really enjoyed Black Widow because, I mean, I know a lot about Russian spies.
It was really good. Yeah. This Black Widow that just came out, the Marvel.
I highly recommend it. I don't read nearly as many comic books as my dear husband here, and I certainly enjoyed the Black Widow.
Nathan Edmondson. Anything by Nathan Edmondson, pick that up. So,
oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. No, pick out something that you're familiar with, and then your trips to the comic book store, you'll talk to people. And then you'll hear something and go, wow, I want to check that out.
Yeah.
So, but be careful. It's an expensive habit. It's like, man, this book's only $3.99, but I bought 15 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the next part of the question?
The second part, it has nothing to do with the first part.
Okay.
He said, and what's the best and most complicated parts of having twins? I can't believe nobody's ever asked us this question before.
Well, I think it's because
not that I can remember.
I think the best part about having twins, honestly, is that they cuddle up together and sleep through the night.
Yeah, I think the best part of having twins is that there are two of them and they keep each other company. They do snuggle. Which I think really has helped with them sleeping through the night. They've slept through the night since they were 3 months old. Thank God. But also, like, they play. Like, their bedroom, it's pretty baby proof, and I can put the baby gate up at the door. And they'll play. They'll just go in there and they play. And sometimes, like, I'll hear them laughing and I'll peek in there because I'm like, what are they laughing about? And they'll just be sitting there in the middle of the floor.
Playing with each other.
Playing. And
It's wonderful.
Like, they could have, like, they do this thing recently where one of them will have a pacifier in their mouth and the other one will take it out of their mouth and put it in their own mouth. And then they proceed to go back and forth of snatching the pacifier out of each other's mouth and putting it in their own mouth. But they're not fighting over it. It's like a game to them, and they think it's hilarious. And I watched them do it the other day. I was like on the floor, sitting there with them, and I watched them do it. They passed it back and forth, and then all of a sudden Riley grabbed it and stuck it in my mouth. Like, he's like, come on, Mom, play the game. Like, it's like a game to them. So they're not old enough to, like, fight yet. So they play together and they keep each other company, which is great. And like I see them interacting with each other, and it makes like I feel sorry for the singleton babies, because I'm like, oh, I feel like it would be so lonely. You know, like it's great that they have each other. They always have a friend. They always have somebody there to, you know, keep them company. As far as the most complicated part,
let me answer that. The most complicated part is everything. Let me give you, JT, I'm going to talk to you, buddy. Let me give you an example. You don't have any kids, okay? So
he does have a fur baby.
A what?
A fur baby. He has a dog.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what a fur baby is. Things that you do in your day-to-day life, you would never think it would be complicated. Ever. We don't think that. See, if you want to, I don't know, go see a movie. You're just sitting there, you're like, I'm going to go see a movie. You get up and you go see a movie. If Katie and I want to go see a movie, we go, okay.
It's like
let's go see a movie. All right,
we gotta plan like weeks in advance.
We gotta call let's call your mom. Let's see if she can watch the babies. Well, she can't watch the babies. Let's call your mom. Or we'll call my mom. We'll see if she can watch the babies. They're doing something tonight. Okay, so we're not gonna go see a movie ever again in our lives. That's what happens to us. Another thing is like, let's just say you want to leave your house. You
to do anything.
You get up and you grab your keys and you walk outside. We don't get to do that. We go, okay, well, let's change the babies. All right, well, now it's time for them to eat. Well, let's feed them real fast. Okay, well, now we got to burp them. All right, well, now we got to change them again because they threw up. Okay, well, let's go find the car seats. Oh, we got to pack the bag. We got to go find more stuff to pack the bag. Did you get the medicine? We got aspirin. They're teething, right? Okay, well, let's go get some. Let's go get
Not
some of this
aspirin,
cold
Tylenol.
And it's just like it's. And then 4 hours later, you're late for wherever you were going to go.
Yeah, we're never anywhere on time, and we're usually like not just a little late, like hours late.
The only time I am on time is when I leave here without them.
For me, I would say the most complicated part, as of like right now, is trying to change a poopy diaper when they're both like there. Because you've got, okay, say you've got the one that pooped, and I usually change, we don't have a changing table. I've just never used one. We used to always change them like on our bed because we were all in the same room.
Ooh, yeah.
Now they have their own room. They're in their own room, and I usually just change them right on the floor. You know, whatever.
I started putting one in the crib because I couldn't handle having them both down there with me at the same time.
I've started doing that now as well. Most of the time, because you have the one that pooped and you open it up, you've got the new diaper, you've got your wipes, your butt ointment, you're prepared, you open it up, and the one that pooped are reaching their hands down there, and you have to, you know, you're holding their legs with one hand, and with the other hand, you're trying to clean up the poop, but also you have to make sure there's two little hands not reaching down there and sticking their fingers in poop, which they will then put in their mouth.
You would be surprised at how many times a day we have to tell another human being not to stick their hands in feces.
But then throw in another baby that's like, what are you doing? And crawling, like trying to crawl over you and trying to inspect what's going on inside of that poopy diaper and reaching their hand. So now with your one free hand, you're trying to keep 4 little hands out of the poop and, you know, do the wiping, the re-diapering, all that good stuff. That is the most complicated part.
And then normally we have to do that right before we leave. So
multiple times. After we've got changed diapers again, changed clothes, changed our clothes, showered, gotten ready. Usually there's a breast pumping session in there somewhere, packing whatever we need. So I hope that answers your question.
So JT, by the time we get done with all of this stuff, you've already left. Gone and seen a movie.
He's already watching his movie.
Had some lunch, stopped by the store, picked up a couple groceries, came back home, and was like, I wonder what I'm going to do now. So, there you go.
Well, and I would have to say this would be for me, the second most complicated thing is us just trying to take care of basic necessities like grocery shopping, because it's so hard for me by myself to take the kids out of the house because we do live upstairs. So it's not just getting them ready to leave, but it's also physically getting two babies in the car. And I don't feel comfortable like leaving one baby in the car while I come back to get the other one. And they're like 20 pounds apiece now. And it's hard to carry them both down the stairs at the same time in the car seats. And so yeah, it's so difficult for me to leave the house by myself. So I don't do it very much. And just things like trying to go grocery shopping and run errands, it's really hard. Just trying to, maintain a household and normal everyday lives. It's all complicated.
Yeah, so the answer is everything. Everything is all complicated.
Yeah, scratch everything we just talked about. It's all complicated.
And then when they get 18, it's not going to get any better. Then they're going to have scholarships. I hope they have scholarships. Oh my gosh. College. Worried. It's going to be hectic until we die. It's over. It's over for us. We're done. It's
going to be complicated for the rest of our lives.
We're just going to sit here until we're 95 doing this podcast, trying to not put a pistol in our mouth.
Oh God, don't say that. No,
it's really good.
Our lives are crazy, and they're definitely complicated and hectic, but we love every second of it. We wouldn't change it for
the world.
Yeah, for anything in the world. Love our kids.
Okay, so last episode I did a This Day in History, and I'm going to do it again tonight.
All right,
So 2 weeks in a row we've had something pretty cool. This Day in History. This Day in History in 1981, MTV launches.
Oh wow!
Just after midnight.
All right.
What? I mean, like that was a huge part of my childhood. Being in music like I am, it was a huge part.
It was not as huge of a part of my childhood, especially like early, like middle school age. Mm-hmm. Because we did have cable and have access to MTV, but my mom called the cable company and got MTV blocked because,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I wasn't allowed to watch.
Sucks.
I was not allowed to watch MTV until I can't remember when we didn't have it blocked anymore. I want to say maybe like late middle school, early high school.
I get it.
Yeah, because like Beavis and Butthead, my mom was like, no, absolutely not. My mom didn't even like us watching like The Simpsons and stuff like that. Yeah, she's like, no, you cannot watch that.
So I did learn a couple things reading about this. Did you know that when MTV launched, it was only in New Jersey?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was in New Jersey.
Like for how long? Like after
it was a very short period of time because it exploded. So it aired for the first time just after midnight. And for the first week, it had 80 videos that were just rotated.
That's not so bad. I mean,
it was music.
For 1981.
It was music, television.
Yeah.
So the very first thing that happened, it's pretty cool, was one of the guys, I don't know his name, that helped create it, just came on and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll."
And they just started it. Like,
well, the next thing that happened was you saw the astronaut that came down and like landed on the moon, and he stuck the flag in that said MTV.
Yeah.
And then they played that song, "Video Killed the Radio Star."
So that was like the first thing that they played on MTV. Awesome.
So, I wish people could see us and like we could put that like rainbow thing that goes over your head and it says "Now you know" or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the like knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second song was by Pat Benatar. I thought
really?
you would like that.
Yeah.
I didn't go into like trying to find out what they all were, but I thought you would like that. But yeah, it was 80 videos for the first week, and it was only in New Jersey, so it was pretty awesome. MTV, when it first came out, it took a huge. I mean, it impacted big time the music industry.
Yeah.
Did you know that they got all the videos for free to start with?
No, I didn't know
that.
that.
They weren't even paying for it because it exploded, and the record companies were like,
"Here, please play this video."
Play these, and it made record sales go through the roof.
I bet.
So it was pretty awesome. And MTV, as everybody knows, tries to do things a little outrageous sometimes. One of the big things that stood out was the Madonna song "Like a Prayer" in 1989, and that video hit on a whole bunch of different stuff. and it was incredible. You know what I mean? Like, if you go back and watch that video from 1989, you can look at it and just go, wow, they were, you know, they hit issues of
They
race.
pushed the envelope.
Religion.
Yeah, especially for that time.
There was one scene in the video that always got me was, these group of thugs, white guys, attacked this woman and like killed her in an alley. And there was a black guy who saw it happen and ran down. Well, Madonna's character was in the alley too, and she saw it happen. But when the cops got there, all they saw was the dead girl and the black guy, so they locked him up. And then she went and like got him out of jail. So it was pretty awesome. You know, it was so much stuff in a music video, and it was incredible. Mm-hmm. Boy, she's changed a lot.
Oh yeah, but you know, kudos to her for, you know, doing what she's got to do to hang in there. And
she's doing a good job.
I don't really know what I'm trying to say. She's still around. She's still making music. She's still popular decades later.
Okay, so Sherry responded to our Facebook post that says go talk to us on Twitter. And she says, it's my birthday, yay me. It is my sister's birthday now, so happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, it's after midnight. Happy birthday, Sherry. We love you. I'm sure, like, by the time this podcast is released, it's not going to be your birthday anymore, so I'm sure we're going to tell you happy birthday, like, before that, but, you know, happy birthday again.
Back to MTV, it was a lot of good stuff until 1992, which is what I call the start of the death of MTV. The Real World was released.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was just that kind of stuff from then on out.
Yeah.
The Real World, the Osbournes, the Nick and Jessica show, the Tuna the Sea Girl or whatever.
Jessica Simpson.
Yeah. My Sweet 16. And Jersey Shore was MTV too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What just utter garbage that stuff was.
What saddens me is that it's one thing if they wanted to expand and mix it up a little, but now it's like there's no
That's
music.
all it is. There's no music.
There's no music on MTV. There's no music on music television.
You know what they did have that I imagine you didn't get to watch because it was blocked? Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, I mean, I watched MTV when I went to my friend's house.
So you got to see some of that stuff?
Victoria had MTV at her house.
I used to watch Celebrity Deathmatch all the time. One of my favorite ones was, it was Marilyn Manson and Ricky Martin. So it starts out with just Marilyn Manson playing a concert. And then Ricky Martin gets up on stage with him, sort of like Kanye does to, what's her face? Yeah, everybody knows. Interrupts his show, you know, and then they get into a fight. And, it was graphic. And I was probably too young to be watching that stuff.
Probably.
So, like at the end, he tries to do this thing where he rips his skull out of his body, but Ricky Martin bites his hand off. And then Marilyn Manson's hand inside of Ricky Martin's stomach turns into like a alien and busts out of his top of his head. I mean, that's the kind of stuff they push the envelope.
I know I went through a phase where I liked The Real World. It was a very short phase. It was like early high school years, you know.
So you used to watch that show?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think I want a divorce.
Like there was like, you know, a few seasons that I watched.
It's like I don't even know you anymore. All these secrets are coming out because of this podcast.
Yeah.
When we first got together, if you would have been
so
like,
many skeletons in my closet, and The Real World is one of them.
When we first got together, I was like, hey, you want to go out on a date? And you said, I like The Real World. I would say, well, you go out by yourself.
No, you would not.
So I hear we might could end the show on a Dear Bobby tonight. We haven't done that in a while.
Yes. Well, we just haven't had time to squeeze one in. We've had so many other things to talk about. So, yeah, let's squeeze one in. Because I don't know, I thought this one was great, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. So let's get to it. Dear Bobby, my dog has been invited to a birthday party for another dog. But I can't even say it with a straight face. Okay, sorry. My dog has been invited to a birthday party for another dog, but he won't be attending because of a health issue. Can you give me some insight into what the protocol is for doggy birthday party gifts? I have asked a few people and received varied responses ranging from nothing to are you nuts to a gift card, dollar store gift basket, or a gift basket with doggy treats and toys. I'd like to know how to handle this so my friend, the dog's mom, won't be offended if I give too little or nothing. Doggone gift idea.
Does it say where they're from?
No.
I'm going to go with California because that kind of weird stuff happens out there more than here. Those rich people. A lot of rich carrying dogs.
Those darn dog poop picker-uppers. I bet she's one of those people. I bet she picks up her dog's poop.
Okay,
How
so
dare her?
I'm looking at Google, and there's a psychiatrist in Beverly Hills named David Allen. I would start there.
No, in all fairness, like, I'm all about, celebrating, like, your dog's birthday. I personally don't know our dog's birthday. I wish I did. I would do something special for him.
When have we ever celebrated our dog's birthday?
We haven't, but I'm saying if I knew when his birthday was, I would give him a little special.
Would, you weirdo.
I don't think,
real world liking stranger.
I don't think I would ever throw a birthday party for Mario, and invite all his little doggy friends. That just sounds crazy. I'm at a loss for words. I'm
gonna say treat it like a human's birthday party. If that's...
Yeah, like if it was your kid, they got invited to another kid's birthday party, and your kid couldn't attend.
Don't buy a present.
Sorry we can't come. Obviously, she said it's for health reasons, so there is a reason, not just like, we don't want to go.
It's probably mental health reasons.
Yeah, I'm sorry we can't make it.
I'm crazy.
If you want to get the dog a gift, get him a gift. But, I don't know. Like, stressing over a gift for a doggy birthday party that you're not going to be attending, is a bit outrageous. To me it is.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say.
You know what? Normally I make fun of, I'm going to give some solid advice. How about that? How about that for a change? I'm not going to make fun of him anymore. Okay, well, I've decided that's a very thought out and well answered, or well asked question. And I have a few pieces of advice that I'd like to give to you. First of all, go buy a bottle of whiskey and start drinking it. Tie some cinder blocks around your legs.
You stop it. You're not being nice.
No, seriously, if you're that concerned about it,
get the dog a present. Go get him a box of treats. Go to the pet store
and get him a present. I don't know that I'd get him a box of treats. The dog might be allergic to something. Probably not.
Oh, because now we're worrying about dog allergies.
Obviously, if we're to the point where we're throwing birthday parties, we're probably a little bit more worried than your family is about dogs.
Maybe
your whole backyard's full of dogs in the ground.
Oh my God, it's like we've had a lot of pets over the years. Mm-hmm. Jeez, why you be judging me? You people.
I'll let you know what we do in the country. Our dog got bit by a rattlesnake. Some kind of snake. Gus. We're talking about Gus.
Oh, I didn't know. I've had so many dogs. I didn't know which dog.
His whole head swole up. And we love this dog. We called the vet, and they were like, it's going to be $800. And we were like, what does that $800 cover? And she said, we're going to give him shots of Benadryl and watch him. And I said, okay. And then we went to Walmart and bought Benadryl, and then went to Arby's and bought a roast beef sandwich and gave it to that dog, and that dog was fine.
We gave him Benadryl wrapped up in roast beef.
Roast beef, yeah. And he was fine. I gave him Benadryl and watched him just like the doctor was going to, and it didn't cost me $800. So no, I'm not sending my dogs to any birthday parties anytime soon.
Our dog's too,
and I'm not saying that...
He's not sociable enough to go to a doggy birthday party.
I'm not saying that you're crazy. I'm just saying I grew up in the woods, in the country, in southern North Carolina.
None of my dogs get invited to no birthday parties.
Our dogs... Okay, Katie's dad had a dog, Princess. And Princess isn't with us anymore. But Princess at one point got real sick. Well... in the country, when the dog gets real sick and dies, they go in a hole. So was it your brother or your dad that started digging the hole?
I think you got the story all confused.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The hole in the yard?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not Princess.
Who was it?
It was Dolly.
Okay, so...
me and my brother...
You're going to make this too long. Dolly was sick.
me, my brother, and a friend of mine, we were in the backyard. We were gonna have like a fire. Bonfire.
Okay.
And we saw the hole, and I asked my brother, what's that hole for? And he just turns around and looks. He says, Dolly.
And Dolly was alive.
Dolly was our dog at the time, who was alive and kicking. And he just looked at me, no explanation, just said, Dolly. Because she was sick. She had been sick off and on for years. She was really, really old. And she had gotten really, really bad off one day. And my brother went out and,
They started digging a hole.
he started digging a hole, for whenever it happened. And then she ended up getting better and living for a little while. But yeah, we're like, what's that hole for, Rocky? He'd turn around and look at me, Dolly.
So long story short, what happened was Dolly got sick and they dug a hole and Dolly said, I ain't dying. I know what that hole's for. And Dolly lived for quite a while longer.
And she had never given no birthday parties.
No birthday parties for Dolly. Okay. That's too much. It's too much.
You're the one who brought it up.
That's what this is about, right? It was good. Okay, so just to recap, there's zombies at Walmart, right? Rude people at the Dollar Tree. MTV started a long time ago and it's turned to crap. Weird people are taking dogs to birthday parties. Not in the country. We bury them when they get sick. And
I don't really know how you got from doggy birthday parties to burying dogs in your backyard. Like, how did you even connect those two? You're like, no, as a matter of fact, we do not take our dogs to birthday parties. Instead, when they die, we bury them in holes in the backyard. Like, what? What in the world?
My point is made. I can't say anything else.
I guess so. That's just, I don't know how you just got from one to the other.
Who knows? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. You're tired. Let's get out of here. Bye.
Bye. Oh, no birthday parties for our dogs. They get holes in the ground.